First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll set up a throw.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll drop the throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Off to Geis on the screen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go with Geis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Woo, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to take a shot, right, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Allen. It's a first down and more for Gordon. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got him back up.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And this is caught at the 20. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 57 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now this time, Allen will throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 82 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Here's Breida, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
To return it is Corey Graham. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin as the Lions. Good! On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last two drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Forced out to his... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Gone! No, check! Patriot!
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 down.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Dumps that off to Ware. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Gone! 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 No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
This is Breda. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Allen going to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Geis. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing on first down is Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but first and 10 here. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Gone! Leopard!
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. There he goes again. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Detroit! Detroit!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Detroit!
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he fires one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Gun!
Allen off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Lions have got it on cruise control.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
And in the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll drop to throw. They'll leave this for Ware. Well, he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Leopard!
They'll come out in the pistol. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. He'll get it up the middle. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Now look at 56. Look at 56.
So Allen's going to look to throw, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Allen going to go on fourth down. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.